Holy moly, 1,445 YouTube subscribers in 7 days. And get this, I never even really tried to get them. They just kind of came. I know, probably want to know like, what the heck are you talking about? Well, I'm going to break it all down, and I've got my little handy dandy little whiteboard that you guys, if you've been watching any of my videos, you know that I love my little handy dandy whiteboard because, well, my son grew up at Blue's Clues and he had his handy dandy little notebook. So now I've got the whiteboard. There you go, Steve. Yeah, Steve was the guy on Blue's Clues. I learned that a few days ago because I forgot. My son's 26 now. Anyway, this is what we're going to do. We're going to break this entire thing down here in the lesson room or the lesson car. This is the Jeep today. We're going to go ahead and do this, and I'm going to break everything down. I'm going to go through the 3 things that I believe allowed us to do this. Now, just so you know, if you're new here, this isn't my first channel. This is like our new channel. This is only like less than 6 months old. We got monetized within under 89 days. I think it was 82 days, but under 90 days. And my other channel, which I've been growing now for 9 years, which has done multiple 7 figures over the years. That one there, we just crossed 100,000. So at the rate we're going here, we're going to crush that. And it's because I think things have changed. I think this stuff here that I'm going to cover with you, and this one right here, the little accelerator, we kind of poured a little bit of gas on here, and we'll talk about that. But everything's going to be broken down here. So I've got the lesson plan already kind of structured here, but we're going to go ahead and fill these in. So I'm probably going to pause the video, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to fill these in. And hopefully I'm going to be able to help you get more subscribers and not even really have to try to get them. I know it's kind of weird that I'm saying that, but it's true. You're going to see once this all kind of gets tied together here. All right, so here we go. And just like that, upload consistently. And I didn't have enough room, so I didn't add that in there, but uploading consistently. Last week, we uploaded 5 videos. Now, I didn't intend on doing 5 videos. One yesterday that I posted actually was kind of like a last minute thing. And I'm really glad I did because it did very, very well. And people really enjoyed it because, well, I delivered an extreme amount of value, which I'm hoping to do here today for you. But that's the thing. You need to take more at bats. I call it at bats because I'm into sports, right? So it's like the more you get up to the plate, the more opportunities you have. So we need to understand that. So that's what we've been doing. And again, this is what we've done. I'm not saying it's going to work for you, but I'm just going to kind of share what we've done. And we got 1,445 subscribers without even really trying. All right. So what's the next one? E plus V. Let's go ahead and find out. I'm going to go ahead and fill that in. Boom. Just like that. Extreme value. You have to give extreme value. That's what we did. Okay. So if you watch any of those videos that we posted last week, whether they got 1,000 views or whether they got 10,000 views, doesn't matter. I'm always showing up trying to give extreme value. If I'm just going to come out here and kind of talk about my day and talk about like, maybe I'm talking about like the struggles of YouTube and all of that, like that's fine. But it's not going to really make you want to subscribe. If I show up and I give you something like this, or if you're a gardener and you're showing me how to grow bigger tomatoes and you're constantly showing me little tips and tricks, I'm going to want to pay attention. I'm probably going to want to subscribe. So extreme value. Okay. Always coming with extreme value. And if you noticed in the video that I shot yesterday, if you watch that video, I talk about how important the intro is. All right. And if you notice the intro here, you might want to go back and watch it. I did exactly what I taught in that lesson. All right. So everything that I'm doing here, I'm doing myself, but I'm also hoping that it's going to be a lesson for you and you can try it in your own or on your own YouTube channel. So extreme value. Okay. So D plus A. Let's get to that one. All right. Now this one here, it's something that a lot of people don't even think that it will be effective, but it is. All right. Here we go. Don't ask. All right. If you go back to all of my videos, if you go back to some of my earlier videos, I might have, but I have not been asking for subscribers. I have not been saying, hey, and if you like this video, go ahead and like it. If you want to subscribe. We'd really like that. And the one mistake I see a lot of people doing is they start the video by asking people to like and to subscribe. when you haven't even given me a reason to want to subscribe. So all of those 1,445 subscribers to this channel, I didn't ask for one single subscriber. Not one. Never mentioned it. Never even put a thing up on the bottom that said subscribe. Didn't do it. Okay. And the reason why is because of number 2, extreme value. So many people commented and said, Scott, I love this content. I've learned so much. I'm going to subscribe, or I subscribed, or Scott, this is my second video. I'm now subscribing. So what you do is if you have videos that have extreme value in them, even if they don't subscribe on the first one, they might subscribe on the second or the third or the fourth or the fifth. All right. Because I had so many people say, Scott, I just watched 6 of your videos. Wow. Guess what? I love that because you're enjoying the content, you're learning something, and the algorithm loves that. So that's cool, right? And that's the strategy. Now, what's the accelerator on this whole thing? Okay. If we don't do this, this here isn't going to work. I would have never gotten the 1,445 subscribers ever. Okay. I needed to have this. This is the accelerator. Now, this is the thing that I didn't necessarily always do even 5 years ago when I was doing it for my brand creators channel, and probably why it wasn't growing as much. I wasn't doing this. So let me go ahead, fill that one in, and we'll talk about it. All right. There it is. The title. You have to focus on the title. And all 5 of the videos that I did were all titles that had a few things that made them work. All right. Now, one of those things is the title is going to be speaking to the person that I'm trying to attract. Now, I'm going to call a little time out here because I know a lot of times people struggle with titles. I actually put together a guide of 10 titles that I have used in the past that have worked very well. And I also still use them in certain ways because what I do is I take the title and I construct it in a way that I can use it multiple times, multiple ways. And actually, one of the videos that did really good this past week, I used a couple of the words in the titles that got me better attention. If you want a copy of those 10 and some different examples on how to use them, just put hooks in the comments and I'll send you it. Go ahead and put hooks in the comments and I'll send you a copy of that guide. Let me say, with that title, if you do not actually have a title that will attract the people that you are looking for, they're not going to subscribe even if they watch your video because they're not the right people. So what do I mean by that? All right. So if you are trying to help someone grow bigger tomatoes, then you probably want to have in your title, how to grow bigger tomatoes. All right, I don't know if you noticed, but that thing fell off my windshield, my camera here. So we're just going to let that go. But back to what I was talking about, the title. All right. You got to have the words in there that's going to attract. I don't mean like the word like, how to. Like, yes, that's a word that someone could be searching for. Or you could have something in there that says urgent. All tomato gardeners need to watch this now. Right. So now what I did is I called out tomato gardeners. All right. I said urgent. That's a word that's going to get someone's attention. And there, someone can then go here. They can watch after you've uploaded, right? But we've then delivered extreme value, and then we don't have to ask for subscribers. That's all that I did. And if you go back to the 5 videos that I posted last week, and you can see them right on here in order, just go to videos and then look at the last 5, you'll see what I posted, right? Now, there are some cases where you are going to be talking about a person, like right now. Okay. Politics is a big thing, right? So they're naming the 2 candidates. They're getting attention because of their names. Well, there's someone in our industry, in our community right now that has been blowing up, DoDash. So I mentioned her. I did a video about her, but I added value. All right. And let's say it's the World Series, Dodgers, Yankees. If you're talking about the Dodgers and you can add some good commentary to it, great. By the way, that's a little bit of a sore subject for me because they lost and I'm a Yankees fan. It's tough. That was really, really tough. But titles are extremely important. I study them like you would not believe. So I think you get it. Titles, super important. If you struggle with titles, I have a free resource. I have 10 titles that have performed very, very well for me. I turned them into templates. and you can actually use them now. I actually give you 2 to 3 examples per title. If you want that, just put hooks in the comments and I'll send you a copy of that. Put hooks in the comments and I'll send you a copy. And the reason why I call it hooks, by the way, is because when someone's scrolling, that is something that hooks their interest and then gets them to want to click to watch. So that's what we're talking about, all right? So if you want that, just put hooks in the comments and I'll send you a copy of that, okay? Now, like I said, titles are super important. Those 10 titles, I also did a video breaking down how I use them. If you want to watch that next, go right here. I'm going to put it right there. Watch that video next. It'll show you exactly how to craft good titles to get more views and to get more subscribers. Watch that video next, and I'll see you there.